As a leader, are you growing, learning, and stepping up in your role? Yes? Fantastic. But are your people, your team members, being given the opportunity to do the same? I'm Midja, and today I'd like to talk to you about the dual responsibility you have as a leader to develop yourself and also to develop every person in your team. You see, great leaders are lifelong learners. They are always looking for new opportunities. They are always moving forward. And of course, this is perfect. Just great. This is what you should be doing as a leader. But there can be a problem. And the problem arises when you are moving forward and stepping up, but your team members are not doing the same thing. And the result is there's a gap. And you're up here as a leader, and your team members are still 1 or 2 steps behind you. And there's no one doing the work in between. And I've seen when this happens in workplaces, and leaders usually respond in one of 3 ways. So either the first thing they do is they just do this quick backfill recruitment, and they just try and find someone and plonk them into the role. And they say to me, look, we just don't have enough in-house talent to fill this gap. The second thing they might do is just to pluck someone from the team and put them into that gap, crossing fingers that they'll be able to swim and they won't drown, even though they've been given very little training. Or the third thing that the leader does is they just fill the gap in themselves. So they end up doing the work in the gap and also doing their own leadership work. The result being that they are completely burnt out. So none of those 3 scenarios end well for anyone. So this is why, as a leader, you must simultaneously focus on your own self-development and the development of your team members. So how do you do this? Well, firstly, you need to ensure that every team member, including yourself, has a coaching plan in place. We are all moving forward. You need to identify the talents and the goals for each team member, and also to have a succession plan in place. So sometimes when teams are very small, I have leaders go, well, I don't need a succession plan. I mean, that's for big organizations and huge teams. Absolutely not. Even the smallest of teams, as a leader, you need to know, who is my 2IC? Who is going to step up and look, give them the training, the time, the attention they need. Next, you want to make sure that each person in your team has learning and training opportunities, both formal and informal, even when times are busy. And to ensure that each team member is in that flow position where they're being stretched just enough challenge in their role based on their abilities, that they are continually learning and being engaged in the workplace. And as a leader, if you dream big, if you're passionate about the goals that you want to achieve, then you must take all of your team member along for the ride with you. Don't leave anyone behind. And if everyone is learning and growing, then everyone wins. I'm Midja. Bye, guys.